Hello there gorgeous gamers and welcome back to Pure Play TV, and today we're braving the cold, the dark and the pixelated terrors in Snowsquall Grip on PS5. A short atmospheric horror experience that honestly surprised me. I wasn't expecting much, just another retro indie horror flick to pass the time. But this one grabbed me, shook me a little and left me pleasantly spooked. Watch on and find out why this one might be worth a look. Retro flavors are all the rage with indie developers these days. Everyone's dialing the graphics back to those deliciously blocky PS1 style pixels, and to be fair, it can be impressive when done right. Thankfully, Snowsquall Grip nails the aesthetic. The snow-covered, lo-fi world has just enough detail to sell the isolation and dread without ever feeling over-designed. There's a stark beauty to trudging through this grainy winter wasteland, and for a game that lasts about an hour, it leaves quite the visual impression. It might look like your childhood nightmares filmed on a VHS tape, but that's half the charm. And speaking of charm, well, there is none. It's all horror. Now look, I might be a big tough guy, but horror games? No, I'm soft. I flinch at shadows, and I can't play Splinter Cell without the lights on. But Snowsquall Grip isn't out to give you a heart attack. It's more about the dread, the slow, creeping tension that something isn't quite right. You feel watched, you feel cold, and eventually, you feel chased. There are very few cheap jump scares. It's horror that plays with your head, not your heartbeat, and I'm all for it. The premise is simple enough. Your helicopter crashes in the middle of nowhere, and you've got to survive long enough to reach a mysterious base. There's a constant snowstorm, and yes, you will freeze your bum off if you don't warm up at the occasional fire. This adds a nice layer of survival pressure. You can't just wander aimlessly. You've got to keep an eye on the cold. And of course, it wouldn't be a horror game without something inhuman lurking around, waiting for you to slip up. Now here's where it gets weird, in a good way. Die, and you get dragged to the underworld. Yeah, it's a thing. The game doesn't overly explain it, but you're suddenly in this dreamlike, floaty nightmare world where you've got to platform your way back to the surface. It's a cool concept, kind of like a purgatory level, and it gives the game a unique mechanic to break up the otherwise slow exploration. That said, the platforming can be a bit hit or miss. The jumping is very floaty, and it led to a fair few ragey deaths that felt a bit cheap. In fact, most of my deaths in this game happened down there, where I was already dead, and let me tell you, it got old fast. There is a bit of combat too, you do get a gun, but if you're here to blast monsters left and right, temper those expectations. The shooting is minimal and functional at best. You're not Doom Guy, you're some freezing guy in a coat, trying not to die. The focus here is more on puzzle solving, and for the most part, the puzzles are simple and accessible. Think put the keycard in the slot or find the fuse for the power. There are a couple that require a smidge of brain juice, but nothing that will have you rage quitting. The game wants you to keep going, it wants you to see what happens next. And that is the strength of Snowsquall Grip. It builds intrigue. You keep going not for loot or upgrades, but to see what the hell is going on. Who's leaving the creepy notes? What's the deal with the base? And what exactly is that thing following you? There's a mystery at the heart of it all, and even though the game doesn't give you all the answers, it gives you just enough to keep you hooked until the eerie end. Would I play it again? Probably not. It's a one and done kind of experience, but did I enjoy it? Absolutely, even with its flaws. It's a cozy little nightmare, perfect for a chilly evening indoors. And that is the end of this review. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it in some way useful. If you did, do us a solid, hit the like and subscribe buttons below and give the bell icon a ding so you're notified whenever we've got new stuff for you to watch. I've been Chris, you've been gorgeous, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, cheers my dears.